Welcome back, everybody. In today's episode, I'm going to be going over my standard mill deck. Sorry, had a little hiccup there, but we're going to be going over it, and its main reason I wanted it to do this is because of this card right here, the Persistent Petitioners. I find this card is just fun to have, and it's funny just because you may have any number of them that you want, so that is why the deck is so heavily on the Petitioners. It has some Drowned Secrets, just to get some more mana, or some more mill going. I might, if I can get more Drowned Secrets, I might add that. That's about the only thing I can change, or will change. The Wall, I have just because it does mill, and it's a good blocker, and the Air Elemental, just because it's a 4/4 flying, so that's great to have as a blocker. It is a high cost, so it's going to be hard to get that out after a while, or early on. But the ultimate hand I can tell you right now is, as long as you have one or two Petitioners, about 3 Island, and a Drowned Secret, and this deck will do exactly what you want. So that's kind of the reason I built that deck, and I'm going to have the Persistent Petitioners in a link in the description below with my affiliate program code, code at the end of it. But if you guys are interested in that card, I'm going to link that in the description below. And let's get into this. And I know I always say this, I don't normally play blue, and this is one times I'll play blue. I do have another mill deck in real life that I like to play, and there are times where I just really love playing a mill deck just to mess with people. Kind of the same as last week's episode when I built that burn deck just for the fun of it. So this is pretty close to an optimal hand. I have a good amount of the Persistent Petitioners, and the one problem is most people, I'm going to be going up against a burn deck, so this is going to go pretty fast, and they're going to be able to destroy my creatures, but I've been having some problems kind of keeping stuff out as I've been going, but that's kind of like the one problem with this is you don't really have a bunch of big blockers, so either you're going to be taking a lot of damage, or you hope to mill them out as fast as you can. And red decks kind of destroy this deck a bit just because of haste. And this person already knows exactly which deck I'm playing. The minute you see that card, you kind of know. So at least on my next turn, I'll be able to pay one and tap after paying for a after paying for one of them Petitioners. Yeah, I'm not blocking. Should have done that a different way. Of course I'm not blocking 1/1. And we're just going to start the milling right now. Yeah, next turn we're going to get 2 more of the Petitioners out, and then we'll be able to tap 4 of them. As long as I get 1 more mana. And I will basically be done with the amount of mana that I need for this deck. Like I said, you can get the Air Elemental out. It's not really needed. So, oh, I did not get the mana out, so we'll just do that. And pay the ability and have them put the top card. So this is going to be a bit slower moving. I was hoping to get 1 more mana by this time. But as long as you keep getting, or once you get up to 4 mana, you just hope you get to it fast. But you can play most of this deck. It's just the Air Elementals you can't, but it's not that needed. I mean, it's kind of needed with these big creatures here, especially with me at 14. So hopefully I can start getting something soon. They're all tapped out for mana, so I can at least do that and block them. so I don't take the damage. Okay. And this is why I want more Drowned Secrets, just because you can have them stack on each other. For when you do play a blue card, like every time you play a Persistent Petitioner, you just keep getting more and more that they have to mill. Ooh, yeah, I need to get that 4/4 out as soon as I can. And they're tapped out for mana. Again. I think you just realized that he's tapped for mana, can't destroy. But we'll do this, and that's all we're gonna block. See, like I said, this is pretty fast at getting, or just supposed to go faster at getting the mill done. But I'm at least gonna have that blocker. And try and just get rid of what I can. Yeah, we'll do that and make him mill again. So that 5 is gonna get through. So you don't have much unless he uses that Pack Master. That's what I was expecting. So I have to block, or else I'll die. So for blocking, oh, there's no good way to do this. One of my creatures are going to have to die. Actually, 2 of them are going to have to go. So this is where this deck is not that great, and like I said, that starting hand was close to optimal. I just needed a bit more mana. So as you saw, I had, what was that, 2 mana right off the bat, and I chose to stick with it because I know you can get most of your cards out. But you definitely need a minimum to keep this. Or if you ever pull or make this deck and draw, never keep on the 2 mana. I chose to at this time, and it kind of proving why you don't keep it. Because I've at least hit a pocket. Whereas if you have 3, more often than not, you're going to at least be able to hold off and get 4 mana sooner than I am right now. So, yeah. This is not going the way I wanted it to for my first play of this deck, but it's definitely showing the combinations that I built. And it's not that hard to show because it's a very simple combination. Just build around Persistent Petitioners and make it so you can deal as much milling as you can to them, because you literally just want to get it so they're down. Like, I'm surprised I got them down to 33 already. I'm not going to block because I die anyway, even if I block one, so we'll just get to the next game. I'm going to see what I have for being able to redeem cards, because I might redeem a few. Okay, I can't redeem any rares, so I will not be able to do that. Let's get into another one. If I was able to redeem or unlock for 2 more rares, I'd get more of that Drowned Secrets enchantment and probably take out 2 mana. This is closer to what you want for a hand. So I'll be able to get that, and then turn 2 at least. Petitioners will come out, and then hopefully there's at least 1 mana within the first 3 cards. And there we go. This, I would say, is very, very close to what optimal hand would be. Maybe just instead of the Air Elemental, you'd want the Drowned Secrets in your hand. So that, I would think, would be the ultimate hand. And they definitely know what they're up against, so they're going to try and deal damage fast. I'm surprised they didn't do anything there, but This is what I like, because turn 3 you're already starting. Ooh. The fact that they're playing black-white meant that they have a lot of high cost in their hand that they don't want to get put out yet. And it's at this point I wish I had a drowned secret, so they'd be milling for each of those, but this is where it's gonna be very fast for mill. They're already down to 37, and it's just gonna get worse from here for them. So they need to figure out what they can do and do it fast. Interesting. Very interesting play, but well, more or less interesting card to have in that deck. Because I'm going to need a blocker, and he's just going to be like, what is going on when he sees that come out, so we'll do this again. I think the whole time I've played this deck, I've only been able to get a max of like 8 petitioners out by the time I've gotten them down far enough. And that just gets insane because you can do the ability of 12 twice, so really 24 cards per turn, and that takes literally 3 turns. It's game over. I mean, he's gonna block there. I'm pretty sure he has something to... Oh, he didn't. Surprised he attacked with that, but like now I can just play these guys out. Yep. That tends to be what happens when you get this deck like that. So we'll play at least one more game. Ooh, and we got a new pack that we can open. But we will definitely play at least one more game with this and see how it does. Hopefully I get the optimal hand that I was talking about, which is the 3 mana, 3 petitioners, and 1 drowned secret. That's not bad. I wish it was a drowned secret instead of wall, but it's at least good enough. But yeah, most of the time, like that last game, once you get someone down to like under 30 cards and you keep putting out more petitioners, they tend to more often than not concede the game, just because people do not like losing this way, and that's kind of why I built it. Was just kind of it is a bit of a dick deck, but or a troll deck, but I just like playing it because it's fun. Especially if you're playing it in real life. And people just get kind of like mad and angry at it, and they're like, just the frustration is all worth it. So we're going to do that to get rid of some of their mana, which is amazing to see. I think that might have been the mana they needed for a while at least. Yeah, that's going to hurt them a bit. I know they probably have some mana in their hand, but that's definitely going to hurt. Oof. So, yeah, at least next turn we're going to be able to get either another Wall of Lost Thoughts or might put out another Petitioner. I don't know. Ooh. We'll put out a Petitioner. And we'll put out another wall. And let them get rid of some more mana. Not attack. So next turn we'll be able to do the persistent. I'll be able to get those 2 out and mill them for 12. All my walls are just going to sit here and take damage. But this is ultimately what I like to see, is just having fun. And like I said, for in real life, it's a fun deck to play just because of the person's frustration, and I find that kind of hilarious at times. I hate it when it's myself, when it's happening to me, but let's see, what can we do? Block there. I'm actually gonna let those go. Sorry for that noise, I just hit my mic arm. But we're gonna do that. Tap that to tap 4. And there we go. Now they're down to 27, so if I can hold off for at least, or for a minimum, maximum of 2 more turns, then I'll have this one. It's at this point where I wish I had a, does it have haste also? Okay, so we're just gonna block their big guys. Oh. So we're just gonna block that, and I'm gonna take 7. So I might not actually be able to survive 1 more turn. That stinks. But that's why I have the walls in here, to kind of soak up as much damage as possible. And the air elementals, but what are they doing? Sorry, I'm a little sniffly. It's been getting pretty cold up here. Let's see. There's no way I can do it. I just use those for blockers. Yeah, I'm gonna need to get some blocking out there. So I'm still gonna do this one and make it. I'll choose the player and pick these and just have those to block. So I'm hoping this next turn, if I can survive, I will have this one. But that's only if I can survive, which I don't like my chances because I'm not going to be able to survive. Just looking at the math, it's not going to work out because I can only block 3 of these, and still going to take the 7 damage, but that was at least closer to getting them actually fully. I'm surprised he's doing that. He's going to win it anyway. But we at least got close to getting them fully milled out. It doesn't happen all the time. It kind of happens rarely. They'll normally concede before that happens, but there have been a few times with this deck that I've been able to win on a mill. And it's mainly you can win on a mill with people who really haven't seen that deck before, which problem is it's a very popular deck, so people have definitely seen it before, and definitely when it first became popular, I don't know, back in like the spring, it was a heavily played deck. Just like how recently a Johnny Pridemate has been a heavily played deck. But let's get this opened and see what we have. Oh, we get the Wicked Wolf. Nice. And I did get a rare wild card so I can redeem. But I'm actually a little happy about that Wicked Wolf. Wolves are probably one of my favorite creatures, so the fact that I pulled this is pretty awesome. But that is it for today's episode. I hope you enjoyed. Like I said, I'm going to have a link to the Persistent Petitioners on TCG Player in the description below. And if you want, you can take a screenshot of this, and there's the deck list so you guys can try and recreate it. I'm going to see if there's something I can maybe change out, take out these air elementals and get something else for either blocking or faster mill if I can. But I'll see what I can do, and I might have an update for this later. But I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more videos, and I'll see you guys next time.